Okay, so here we are at the RIU Palace, Mexico. As you approach, this is what you see. The transport will take you up there and all the way around and drop you at the door. Taxis are always sitting there for anybody who wants to go to Fifth Avenue or explore or one of the many parks that they have here. Nice domed tower. I set that roof. You're walking back in because there are just down there are shops, chemists and that kind of thing. You might need the chemist actually. So you walk back in, you come up these stairs. Always people working here and they just never stop. And here we go to the doors. This is where you sit to have to wait for your transport to the various theme parks. And off to your right in here is the check-in desk. Oh, sad luggage. The luggage is sad because it's going home. So you check in here. And you'll be given a number of room and you'll either go down one, which is ground floor, or up one, which is obviously first floor, and there is actually a second floor as well. It's a bit dark and dingy. I'll take you down there just to see. It's probably the most unappealing part of this hotel. It's the little corridors that go to your room. It's kind of a nice jar there. Here we go. You just walk down the corridor until you get to your room, should you be directed this way. Most people will be directed off to the left because these are suites here. Once you know where your room is, what you should do is actually not come down this way at all. Just take yourself, after checking in, there's the desk again, take yourself out through the Cubano bar, the lounge bar. Here we are, this is a Cubano. I have drunk many a cocktail in here in the last 2 weeks, I can tell you. There's the bar, very nice bar staff, very efficient. Everybody here is very efficient. There's cappuccino, little coffee shop, just in case you're not into alcohol. And as we come through these doors, the now, is it not world famous view of the fountains? So, we want to go down to the fountains, because if we go down to the fountains, that leads to the swimming pools, that leads to the beach. And I'm sure you want to go to the beach. So we come down from reception. Okay, so this over here, this is the theatre. If there's like a big soccer match or something, it'll be on in there. The screen's about 1,000 inches wide. It's huge. This is also a way to get to your room, because instead of going down the corridor, you can come out this way. And depending on where your room is, you can go in here down there, or at the very far end. And it's actually a nicer way to come to your room because, as I say, that corridor is a bit dark and dingy. As I was saying before, there are 3 floors, ground, first and second. This is quite interesting. All these light fittings had to be taken down for Hurricane Beryl, which wrought amazing problems on our first couple of days here. Stage, you'll see many an act on that. Interesting thing about this place is you don't really see people on their balconies much. Okay, so here we are. Tells you where everything is out here. So you've got the pools, the pool bar, the beach, the mini club, that's for the children. There is a special children's pool, and there's a gym, and I was supposed to go to the gym regularly while I was here, and I can tell you now I have not been once. There's some very naughty barmen around here who, just as you're thinking maybe I should go into the gym, they put a martini in your hand and you think, maybe tomorrow. So as we come along down here, let me tell you that we did a trip to Chichen Itza, and very luckily our guide, the Maya, is really his passion, it's his hobby. So obviously many hundreds of years ago the Spanish and the Portuguese arrived, and the Maya and the Aztec were never the same again. The Maya still exist, they still speak Mayan. Unfortunately they've lost, by and large, their ability to write in Mayan script. They have to learn English and Spanish to get a decent job, and if they don't know English and Spanish to a good enough degree, they won't get a job. And they live most of their lives in absolute poverty. It's like the tribes of the North America, the Aborigines of Australia. That's my room right there with a beach towel. You know, and it's hard to know what to do for the best. When you come here, you think, am I just adding to the problems that Mayan people have by giving this big conglomerate all my money to come and sit on a beach, or indeed around a pool? Well, there are people here, I mean, these guys get paid like $15 a day if they can speak English and Spanish. It's a ludicrous amount of money, and they get up at first light and they don't stop until, I'm sure they mostly do 12-hour shifts. RIU Fit, another place I haven't been. Footsteps behind me. I can tell you what that's about. You're not allowed to reserve what we're talking about, pool chairs. You are not allowed to come down here at 6 AM. You are not allowed to put your towel down. You are not allowed to put your floats down. You're not allowed to put anything down. And of course, like with every single place on earth, everybody ignores it. From about 6 AM and sometimes earlier, people start showing up at the pool. This is the main pool. And they put their beach towels down, which they're not supposed to do. As I was saying, suddenly got cut off there. You're not allowed to put your beach towels down, but people come down and they do it anyway. There are no rules in the main pool. There's a whole sign right back there that tells you can't throw balls, you can't have floats, you can't reserve chairs with these beach towels. A whole list that everybody ignores. Over here is the adults only. I've seen some Brits spend their whole 2 weeks here just sitting at the bar. And if you want to go over here, that's where we find the kids pool. And over here, if you have a pool party, it's almost certainly going to be in here. It's where they do water polo as well. And it brings us actually, weirdly, to our first restaurant, which is this one. Now this is where you'll get your lunch, and it becomes a steakhouse at night. They have the lunch service here because everybody's at the pool at the beach, so they don't want people to have to run about looking for something to eat. Also on the beach here, as we get closer, you can see Pepe's bar, Pepe's food, I should say. And he does do a mean burger, even though she's a she sometimes. This is the bar the adult bar when you're not in the pool. I've been served a lot of drinks here in the last 2 weeks, I can tell you. A lot of drinks. So let's just say you come, I think 7:15 is the last opportunity for you to get a poolside chair. You come and there's no poolside chairs left. That is not the end of the world, because you can go down to the beach. This beach for me is one of the best I've ever seen. It's I've been to places like Barbados and Aruba, and just look at the size of it, just the sheer scale of it. It's broad, it's long, and there are people, you know, just keeping it nicely in this, just like this, nicely toned, raked, level, free of stones, or whatever it is that you don't like about sand. They have an army of people trying to change it for you. That beach area over there is for tequila. You get to it from that. There's an alleyway that goes all the way down back to Tequila across the road. So if you're going to Tequila, that's how you get to that. So we go, take a nice walk on the beach. It really is the most amazing place. I've never seen people work so hard though, that's the thing. And when you think about how little they get paid, it makes you feel a bit guilty. The tractor come in, and the tractor is trying to even out the sand, which I am now displacing, so that the poor guy over here has to start again after I've gone. So, sunrise on the beach. You see all these beach chairs. There are more beach chairs than there are people in the hotel, so you will get one. Like everything else, it's a question of where and when will you get one. Again, the earlier you come down, the more likely you are to get the place that you want. Tractor's coming around again. Just look at how far this goes back there. It goes back miles. Over there is the Scuba Caribe water sports centre. If you want to do any snorkeling or deep sea diving, that's the way you should go. This building here is for massages. You will be asked at least twice a day by the massage team if you want one. I've never said yes yet. And that's basically the walkthrough. So from the front door all the way to the back beach. That's the whole length of it. Go now and have a look, little tiny look. some other points of interest. This sand is actually so fine that it's very difficult to walk in. Up on this balcony I see a man reserving a beach chair. Naughty, naughty, he's not supposed to do that. Oh, he's actually taking a beach chair. I wonder where he's taking it. Told you. The fight for poolside chairs is just ridiculous. I mean, you don't want to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning while you're on holiday, but what choice do you have? There's the gym again, and the spa. Here are the 2 beach towels I put down. Naughty. This thing over here is called RIU land. It's for the kids. They seem to have a pretty good time though. They do like shows and things, and then they perform them for their parents later in the day. Quite interesting idea. Right. So by the power of technology, I'm now going to appear back at the fountains down there, because we don't want to take this long walk all the way down. So magically here we are back at the fountains. A couple of bits of advice. Number 1, don't buy anything from the hotel shop. It costs a fortune. To give you an idea, a family bag of crisps that costs about 9 quid. It's a lot of money for a bag of crisps. Never get in a taxi without agreeing on the price with the taxi driver, or you might get a nasty surprise. Never, ever, ever lose your temper with the staff. That's another thing. Apart from the fact that it's bad manners, they have a very specific set of workers who work around you. You don't really notice them very much, but you'll know them because they'll have a microphone in their ear. You don't always notice it, but they're there. If people get a hand with the staff, aggressive, abusive, they will swoop on you like flies on rice, as they say. A couple of boys just crossed the road. England lost the Euro final 2024. They went out, they got drunk, they played pool. They kept demanding change from the people behind the bar. The people behind the bar didn't have any change because it's not that kind of bar. So these people started getting aggressive with them, and those specific members of staff started converging on the 2 young men. The 2 young men very inadvisedly started giving it Rocky Balboa fisticuff movements, and they were just swarmed by people, and they went home the next day. So if you are particularly a young person coming here and you are a bit of a, what's the word? I'm trying not to say anything rude, but if you sometimes drink too much and then say or do stupid things, this is not the place to do it. I can tell you that. Okay, so coming to the back here, these are the specialty restaurants. They're all on the ground floor, along with Don Julian over there. Don Julian is where you get your breakfast and where the buffet dinner is. It's never anywhere else. So you go there for a buffet dinner, or you come to one of the specialist restaurants. So we'll go over here. Start at the very beginning, as they say. It's a very good place to start. Cristal. Been in here a number of times. They do an amazing steak, actually. Miyagi? Oh, I never made it to that one. Now that I think about it, the Italian is actually there, right there, around that corner. You go in that door for the Italian. And here is Don Julian, the buffet for breakfast and dinner at the RIU Palace Mexico. They're not open just yet, but you could have a look in. See all the meats and things that are set out. Yogurt. Croissant over there, very nice. You could eat either inside or outside. This is the outside bit. It's a lot warmer. This is air conditioned, this bit. This is whatever temperature it is, actually. And there's all the fixings going in. Got to keep my finger, trying to keep my finger out of the way. So it's bacon, hash browns, fried eggs, omelettes, all kinds of stuff like that. And this, I think, will do it for our tour. Thank you for watching.